Welcome to our numismatic journey. Today, we dive deep into the world of British coinage with a focus on one of the most iconic coins of the modern era, the Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin. From its roots in the decimal revolution of 1971 to its present-day collector's appeal, this small silver coin has seen decades of transformation, design changes, and rising rarity in certain editions. The story of the 5-pence coin begins in the context of a national monetary transformation. The 1996 Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin, a small yet significant piece of modern British history. The 5-pence coin has its roots in the UK's bold transformation to decimal currency. On Decimal Day, the 15th of February 1971, Britain left behind centuries of pounds, shillings and pence for a simpler system. But the 5p coin had been introduced even earlier, in 1968, serving as a decimal equivalent of the shilling. It was the same size and weight as the old shilling to ease the public's transition. However, by the late 1980s, the original large-size 5p had become too big and outdated for practical use. In 1990, the Royal Mint introduced a new, smaller 5p coin, and the 1996 issue is part of that second generation, more compact, lighter, and better suited to modern transactions. Coins are more than currency, they are national identity and metal, and the 1996 5-pence coin is no exception. The obverse features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Raphael McClove. This effigy shows Her Majesty wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown traditionally worn for the state opening of Parliament. The legend around the portrait reads Elizabeth Kedua D.G. Reg F.D. 1996, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait was used from 1985 to 1997. And the 1996 coin sits toward the end of this design era. The reverse features the Scottish thistle, an enduring symbol of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. This stylized image was used on all 5p coins from 1968 until 2008. The thistle is crowned by the royal coronet, underscoring the unity of the United Kingdom under one monarchy. The 1996 5p was struck at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, the UK's main coin production facility since 1968. This ultra-modern mint replaced the aging Tower Hill site in London. By 1996, the Royal Mint had reached peak efficiency in mass production, striking coins not only for the UK, but for dozens of countries around the world. Metal composition: cupronickel 75% copper, 25% nickel, weight 3.25 grams, diameter 18.0 millimeters, edge, milled mintage for circulation, approximately 483 million coins. While this sounds common, condition and rarity are everything in the world of coin collecting. When collecting coins, one must always ask, was this coin circulated, or was it preserved? 1996 was a standard issue year, meaning most coins were minted for daily use. These coins have passed through many hands in shops, machines, and pockets. Circulated 1996 5p's typically show signs of wear, dulled surfaces, nicks, scratches. Their collector value is minimal, usually just face value 5p, unless in exceptional condition. Boo coins were never intended for circulation. These coins were struck with extra care and sold in annual Royal Mint sets or souvenir packs. Crisp edges, brilliant luster, and no handling marks distinguish boo coins. Value is significantly higher due to their limited quantity and pristine condition. A very small number of proof coins were made using special dies. Highly polished surfaces and frosted details make them stand out. Sold only in Royal Mint proof sets, not available to the public through banks. Considered premium collectibles. So what is a 1996 5-pence coin worth? That depends on three key factors: condition, rarity, and demand. Condition: type, estimated value as of 2025, circulated typical wear 5-pence, £0, 20 high grade circulated EFO 30 pence, £1 brilliant uncirculated boo, £2 for proof. In original Royal Mint packaging, £5, £10 error coins, for example. Mistrick off metal, £10, £250 plus. Some coins escape the mint with production flaws. These are sought after by specialist collectors. Off-center strikes, double striking, wrong planchette, metal type, clipped planchette. Such minting errors on a 1996 5p are rare, but when found, they can command impressive prices at auction. If you're looking through your coin jar, here's how to check for a valuable 1996 5p. Check the condition. Is it shiny and blemish-free? If yes, it may be boo or proof. Look for packaging. Boo and proof coins often come in Royal Mint presentation sets. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass. Misaligned dies, missing letters, or odd shapes can mean big value. Look for grading. Coins graded by NGC or PCGS often fetch premium prices online. The 1996 Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin may not be made of silver or gold, but it's rich in history and meaning. A symbol of royal continuity, British craftsmanship, and national unity. It marks a quiet but significant moment in the UK's modern monetary journey, whether found in a dusty drawer or displayed in a collector's case. The 1996 5p reminds us that even the smallest coins have the power to carry royal heritage, cultural identity, and timeless value. So next time you see a tiny thistle beneath a crowned queen, take a closer look. That coin may be worth far more than 5 pence. The 1995 Queen Elizabeth II 5 pence coin, a modern decimal coin that bridges tradition and innovation. Though modest in appearance, it's a piece of British history, rich in symbolism and design, and one that collectors increasingly seek. That the 5 pence coin was first issued in 1968, ahead of Britain's full transition to decimal currency in 1971. It was originally the same size and value as the old shilling, easing the transition for the public. But by the late 1980s, the coin's size was considered cumbersome, leading to a redesign. The 5p coin was reduced in size, from 23.6 millimeters to just 18 millimeters in diameter. This small 5p coin was easier to use, modern in design, and consistent with European coin sizing. The 1995 coin is part of this second generation of 5 pence coins, compact, efficient, and carrying a portrait of a maturing monarch. The obverse of the 1995 5p features the third official coin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Makhlouf. In this regal depiction, the Queen wears the George IV state diadem, the diamond crown often worn for the state opening of Parliament. The inscription reads, Elizabeth Kadua, D.G. Reg. F.D. 1995, meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This effigy was used on British coins from 1985 until 1997, marking a key era in modern UK numismatism. Designed by Christopher Ironside, the reverse shows a stylized thistle, the national flower of Scotland, crowned by the royal coronet. The design represents Scotland's role within the United Kingdom, as well as strength and heritage. Beneath the design is the denomination, 5 pence. This design was used on 5p coins from 1968 through 2008 or 1995. 5 pence coins were minted at the Royal Mint in Lantra, South Wales, which has been the UK's main coin production site since 1968. The Royal Mint's operations in 1995 were highly mechanized, minting coins not only for the United Kingdom but also for dozens of other nations. Attribute value: diameter 18.0, weight 3.25 grams, composicrons cavity 5% copper, 25% nickel, edge milled, mintage circulation 344 million approximate. Although the 1995 coin is not rare in terms of circulation numbers, its condition in special versions can make it valuable to collectors. The value of any coin lies largely in its condition, and the 1995p coin exists in several forms. These were minted in the hundreds of millions for everyday use. Typically show signs of wear and tear, including dull surfaces, scratches, or edge smoothing. Common and generally only worth face value 5p, unless an exceptional grade FO, not made for general use. These were specially struck with higher quality dyes and finishes. Sold in Royal Mint annual sets or souvenir folders. Show sharp detail, full luster, and no contact marks. More desirable for collectors. The highest quality version, mirror-like fields with frosted designs, only available in limited edition proof sets released by the Royal Mint, carefully handled and packaged, making them rare and highly collectible. While rare minting errors do occur, examples include off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped planchettes, die cracks. These types of coins are often sought after by specialist collectors and can fetch significantly higher prices. So what's a 1995 5p worth today? That depends on its type and condition. Type: condition, estimated value 2025, circulated average wear 5 pence, pound 0.20, circulated excellent condition, pound 0.30, pound 1 boo, brilliant uncirculated and royal, mint folder 2 pound for proof, coin in original packaging 5 pound 10 error, coin rare errors 10 pounds, 200 pounds plus, pristine condition, no wear, deep luster, original Royal Mint packaging, graded coins, certified by PCGS or NGC. Minting errors or rare variants. Want to know if your 1995 5p is valuable? Here's how. Check the coin's shine. If it's dull and scratched, it's circulated. Look for special packaging. Boo and proof coins were sold in sets. Inspect for minting errors. Use a magnifying glass. Look for double strikes, missing letters, or odd shapes. Weigh and measure. Errors sometimes have incorrect thickness or weight. Compare portraits and edge. Ensure it's not a misstruck or off-metal planchet from another coin series. The 1995 Queen Elizabeth II 5 pence coin is a testament to Britain's continuing legacy of tradition and transformation. Though small in size and often overlooked, it is part of a lineage that reflects monarchic continuity, design excellence, and cultural identity. Whether you're a casual enthusiast or a dedicated numismatist, adding a high-quality 1995 5p to your collection means owning a tiny piece of history, one that, over time, could prove more valuable than you might expect. So, before you spend that small silver coin, take a closer look. It just might be worth more than 5 pence. The ever-evolving landscape of British coinage, even the most ordinary coin can hold a wealth of history, though it may seem unremarkable at first glance. The Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin from the year 2000 carries within it the enduring legacy of a monarch, the tale of a modernized mint, and the artistry of heraldic tradition. By the year 2000, the UK had fully transitioned into a decimal currency system, and the small-sized 5-pence coin, introduced in 1990, had firmly taken its place in daily life. The 5p coin was originally launched in 1968, mirroring the old shilling in size and value. But with changing economic and technological needs, the original larger version was phased out. Since 1990, the 5p had been struck in a more compact form, efficient, standardized, and still carrying the proud symbolism of a united kingdom. The year 2000 marked the first full year of a new millennium, and with it came renewed interest in national identity and coinage heritage, even for denominations as modest as 5-pence. The obverse of the 2005p coin features the fourth official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley, introduced in 1998. This portrait was a significant departure from earlier, more idealized depictions. Ranked version is more realistic and mature, reflecting the Queen's image in her 70s. The Queen wears the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a familiar royal diadem. Inscription: Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2000, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait would remain in use on British coinage until 2015. The reverse design is by Christopher Ironside, part of the original decimal coinage series. It features a crowned thistle, the national emblem of Scotland, reflecting the unity of the UK's nations under one monarch. The royal crown atop the thistle denotes sovereignty and monarchy. The denomination 5-pence appears at the bottom. This design would be replaced in 2008 by Matthew Dent's shield design, making coins like the 2005p part of the final decade of the Ironside era. The 2005-pence coin was struck by the Royal Mint, headquartered in Llantrisant, South Wales. This ultra-modern facility had, by the new millennium, become one of the most technologically advanced mints in the world. Attributed tail diameter 18.00 m, weight 3.25 grams, metal composition Cronric 75% copper, 25% nickel, edge milled, finish circulated, brilliant, uncirculated, proof mintage circulated. 240 million approximate note. Precise mintage figures vary, slightly depending on source, but over 200 million were made for general circulation. Coins exist in various grades and forms. For collectors, the difference between circulated and uncirculated coins can mean the difference between pocket change and a collectible treasure, made for everyday use, found in tills, vending machines, and loose change. Most 2005p coins are heavily worn or scratched due to 20 years of circulation, generally worth only face value unless an exceptional high-grade O+. These were never released into general circulation, specially struck using fresh dies and higher quality blanks, sold in Royal Mint annual boo packs and souvenir sets. Crisp, detail, lustrous finish, and no signs of wear. Ideal for collectors seeking near-perfect examples. Made for proof sets only, not for public use. Struck multiple times on highly polished dies, giving a mirror-like feel and frosted design. Extremely limited in quantity and considered premium grade. Sold directly by the Royal Mint, often in presentation cases with COAs, certificates of authenticity. So what is a 2005-pence coin worth today? While the circulated version is still common, uncirculated and proof examples hold value for collectors, particularly those seeking full-date runs or flawless mint specimens. Coin type condition estimated value 2025 circulated normal wear 5-pence. £0 20 circulate UNC grade 50-pence. £1 brilliant uncirculated boo in Royal Mint. Pack £2 £4 proof with original case and coa £5. £10 era Mistrica rare types, only £10 £150 off-center strike, die cracks or cuts, misaligned dies, planchette flaws, double striking. These are rare but very valuable if verified by a numismatic expert. If you have a 2005p coin and are wondering if it's worth more than face value, check for the following. Luster. Does the coin shine like new? Uncirculated coins have no dulling or wear. Surface condition. No scratches or dings. The more flawless the better. Packaging. If the coin is still in Royal Mint boo or proof packaging, it has greater collector appeal. Weight and diameter should match official specs. Errors may show deviations, error signs. Check edges and alignment for any production irregularities. If your coin meets any of these, especially proof or error types, you may be holding a coin worth several times its face value. The 2000 Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin may be a small, silver-colored disc, but it's a window into the UK's royal legacy, minting mastery and cultural identity at the turn of the millennium. From its traditional Scottish thistle design to the newly introduced Rank Broadley portrait of a regal monarch, the coin bridges history and modernity in a way that few everyday objects can. So whether you're sifting through old coins or building a comprehensive date collection, don't overlook the 2005p. It might not gleam with gold, but its story is priceless. The 1990 Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin, not just another decimal coin, but the first ever of its kind in a smaller size. A shift in size, weight, and production. The 1995p represents a key turning point in modern British coinage. The 5-pence coin was originally introduced in 1968, ahead of Britain's full transition to decimal currency in 1971. Back then, it shared the same size and value as the pre-decimal shilling, a smart move to ease public adoption of the new system. But as the years progressed, the large-size 5p became increasingly impractical, too bulky for modern wallets, too heavy for automated machines, out of step with other nations' coinage standards. In June 1990, the UK introduced a new, smaller 5p coin, a bold move by the Royal Mint to modernize the nation's currency. The 1995 pence coin became the first in this reduced format, instantly recognizable and significantly different from earlier issues. This marked the start of a new era, both functionally and numismatically. Though its size was reduced, the new 5p retained classic design elements, maintaining visual continuity across decades. The obverse features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Clove. This regal image was used from 1985 to 1997. The Queen is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, facing right, surrounding inscription Elizabeth Kedua, DG Reg. FD 1990. Translation: Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait combines dignity with timeless elegance, a fitting match for a newly redesigned coin designed by Christopher Ironside. The reverse features a stylized Scottish thistle, the national flower of Scotland. The thistle is crowned, symbolizing Scotland's integral role within the United Kingdom and royal heritage. Below the design, the denomination reads 5 pence. This reverse had been in use since the coin's decimal introduction in 1968 and would remain unchanged until 2008. The 1995p coin was struck at the Royal Mint in South Wales, the UK's primary minting facility since 1968. By 1990, the Royal Mint was a highly mechanized institution producing coins for over 60 nations worldwide. The shift to the smaller 5p required entirely new dies, planchettes, and quality control processes. Specification: datal diameter 18.0 weight 3.25 grams, composite says 75% copper, 25% nickel, edge mildenage opening parenthesis APPROX. Closing parenthesis 1.634 million proof. Only no circulation issue asterisk. Yes. That's right, no 1990 small-size 5p coins were issued into general circulation. All 1995p coins were struck for proof and collector sets only, making them very limited and desirable among collectors. Unlike most coins of the modern era, the 1995p coin was not issued for circulation in its smaller size. That makes this coin unique among the post-decimal 5p issues. Technically, there are no genuine circulated 1990 small 5p coins. If you find one in circulation, it most likely came from a broken proof set or was spent by mistake. That rarity makes any 1990 small 5p found in change a curiosity and potentially worth more than face value. Sold in Royal Mint collector packs in 1990, struck with extra care on higher quality dies, sharper detail, strong luster, and no contact marks. Highly collectible, especially when still in original packaging. Made for 1990 Royal Mint proof sets, highest possible finish, mirror-like fields, frosted reliefs carefully stored in presentation cases with certificates of authenticity CIOs. Only 1.634 million were minted, a low figure in modern numismatics, because no 1995p coins were released into general circulation. All examples of this coin are technically collector issues. That makes them more valuable than their face value, especially in original condition. Coin type: condition, estimated value BU loose. Not in pack, excellent £2, £3 boo. In Royal Mint folder, mint £3, £5 proof with COA set. Mint £6, £10 proof, graded by NGC HPCG SPF 69 plus, slabbed £15, £30 loose. Example found in change unusual £3, £7 if well preserved, original packaging from Royal Mint. Perfect surfaces, no marks or toning, graded coins with third-party authentication. Full-proof sets from 1990, including the 5p to determine if you have a collectible 1995p. Look for these signs. Small size 18mm, not the larger pre-1990 date 1990. No regular 5p coins of this date were released into circulation. Finish: if it's shiny, reflective, or frosted, it's likely boo or proof. Packaging: original Royal Mint folders or proof cases add considerable value. Error coins: while rare, any 1995p with minting flaws can command high prices. The 1990 Queen Elizabeth II 5-pence coin may seem small and unassuming, but it marks a major transition in British numismatic history. It represents the end of the large traditional coinage and the beginning of modern, efficient design. with no coins struck for circulation. Every surviving 1995p is already part of a limited collector's issue, whether found in a proof set, boo folder, or rarely in pocket change. It remains one of the most significant and collectible decimal coins of the late 20th century. If you're lucky enough to own one, protect it. And if you're a collector, this is a must-have piece in any full decimal coin series.